Welcome. Today, we are not discussing motivation tricks. We are not sharing quick success formulas. We are not talking about money hacks, morning routines, or productivity shortcuts. Today, we are talking about something far more powerful: your mind, the invisible force that shapes every decision you make, the silent voice that influences your confidence, the filter through which you see the world, the engine behind your habits, the architect of your future. Most people are not defeated by circumstances. They are defeated by their own thinking. They surrender internally long before life challenges them externally. They quit mentally before they fail physically. They doubt themselves before they even begin. And then they say, life is hard. But often, life did not stop them. Their mindset did. Here is the truth most people avoid. A weak mind sees opportunity as danger. A trained mind sees problems as preparation. Your mind can trap you, or it can empower you. And today, we will understand how it works and how to take control of it. Because once you command your mind, you direct your life. Nothing in your life begins with action. It begins with a thought. Every result you see around you started as an invisible idea. A single thought becomes a choice. A choice becomes an action. An action becomes repetition. Repetition becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. That is the chain. Most people try to change their results without changing their thinking. But results grow from roots, and thoughts are the roots. If you constantly think, I'm not good enough, I always fail, I'm unlucky, I can't do this, those thoughts don't disappear. They slowly transform into beliefs, and beliefs guide behavior. When you believe you're incapable, you hesitate. When you hesitate, you give half effort. When you give half effort, results suffer. Then you use those results as proof, and the cycle repeats. You were not born with most of your limiting beliefs. They were formed. Maybe someone once criticized you. Maybe you failed once and labeled yourself. Maybe embarrassment turned into identity. Maybe fear turned into avoidance. Small emotional moments built deep mental patterns, and those patterns began running your life quietly. Two people can face the same situation. One says, "This is difficult, but I can figure it out." The other says, "I'm not good at this." Same challenge, different thought, different future. Your mind filters reality. If you believe the world is unfair, you will see unfairness everywhere. If you believe people betray, you will expect betrayal. If you believe you are capable, you will notice chances others miss. The world stays the same. Your perception changes, and perception shapes experience. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them, and that awareness is power. Most failure happens before action. People lose inside their imagination. Before starting a business, the mind whispers, "What if you fail? What if people judge you? What if you lose money?" Before speaking English, "What if I make mistakes? What if they laugh?" Before going to the gym, "What if I quit again?" Nothing has happened yet, but mentally, the defeat feels real. Your brain tries to protect you. It imagines worst-case scenarios to keep you safe, but safety often blocks growth. Fear is not always reality. It is imagination without evidence. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is action in the presence of fear. Courage is built by doing the thing that scares you. Almost every fear shrinks after action, but if you never act, fear grows stronger. Ask yourself, is this fact or is this fear? Is this danger or is this discomfort? The mind predicts pain, but it cannot predict your strength. You discover strength only when you move forward. Here's something powerful. Most of your behavior is automatic. You don't consciously choose many of your reactions, habits, emotional triggers, procrastination, impulses. They're patterns stored beneath awareness. Your subconscious mind is like storage. Whatever you repeat with emotion, it records. If you repeatedly call yourself lazy, it records. If you repeatedly avoid discomfort, it records. If you repeatedly doubt yourself, it records. And then it plays the pattern back. That is why change feels difficult. You are not fighting the present moment, you are challenging old programming. But programming can be rewritten through repetition, through emotional intensity, through consistent action. Step 1, awareness. Notice your patterns. Step 2, interrupt. Pause when the old behavior appears. Step 3, replace. Choose a better response. Do this repeatedly and new wiring forms. You are not stuck, you are conditioned, and conditioning can be changed. Belief is stronger than talent. Two people with equal ability can create completely different results. Why? Because belief controls effort, and effort controls outcome. A belief is something you accept as true, even without proof. I'm bad at speaking. I'm not disciplined. People like me don't succeed. These are not facts. They are stories, and stories can be rewritten. Beliefs often begin in childhood, from authority figures, from emotional events, from repeated failures. But just because a belief formed once doesn't mean it's permanent. Ask yourself, where did this belief begin? Is it based on one experience? Is it someone else's opinion? Replace limiting beliefs with growth-based ones. I am learning. I am improving. I am developing discipline. Beliefs shape identity, and identity shapes behavior. Raise your belief ceiling, and your life expands. There is one voice you hear more than anyone else's, your own. When you fail, what do you say to yourself? When you struggle, what is your tone? Many people speak to themselves in ways they would never speak to a friend. I'm stupid. I always mess up. I can't do anything right. Your brain listens carefully. It absorbs repetition. Negative self-talk becomes identity. There are two internal voices, the critic, the coach. The critic weakens. The coach guides. You choose which one speaks louder. Instead of, I failed, say, I learned. Instead of, I'm terrible, say, I'm still improving. Not fake positivity, constructive leadership. Your words become your internal environment, and your internal environment shapes your future. We live in an age of distraction, notifications, short videos, constant scrolling, multitasking. Attention is under attack. A distracted mind cannot build mastery. Every time you switch tasks, mental energy drains. Focus creates depth. Depth creates skill. Skill creates results. Start small, 20 minutes, no phone, one task. Train attention like a muscle. The more you strengthen focus, the faster you grow. Where attention goes, progress follows. Guard it carefully. Reaction is instant. Response is intentional. When something triggers you, pause. Most damage in life happens in emotional reactions. One angry message, one impulsive decision, one ego-driven response, and progress collapses. Mental discipline means choosing your response. Pause, breathe. Ask, what is the smartest move here? That small gap between stimulus and reaction is power. The person who controls themselves cannot be controlled by circumstances. Everything created in this world existed in imagination first. Your brain cannot fully separate vivid imagination from reality. Visualization is mental rehearsal, but not fantasy. Real visualization includes effort. See yourself practicing, struggling, continuing, improving. Feel the emotion. Confidence grows when your brain becomes familiar with success. Imagine the person you want to become, then act accordingly. Your brain adapts to repeated mental images. Make those images powerful. There are two mindsets, the victim and the creator. The victim blames. The creator adapts. Blame protects ego. Responsibility builds power. Even if something was not your fault, your response is always your responsibility. Replace, "Why is this happening to me?" with, "What can I do next?" That small shift changes everything. Goals don't change life. Identity does. If you see yourself as